Hello everyone and welcome to the first video in Tempest inventory systems. I know a lot of you were eagerly waiting for this pack, so here we are. Apologies for the long wait, but I think it was actually worth it. So let's dive right into it. First thing, this is the example project that you'll be receiving in the product page on the Tempest inventory systems fab product page. So make sure you download it from there. In case you don't have it from there or whatever reason, it's also on Discord. You can access it if you're verified. So make sure you download that and follow along with this video. So by opening this directly, I already assume you already have the plugin installed. If you don't, just go to your Fab launcher, to the Epic Games launcher, go to your Unreal Engine tab and download the plugin after you have purchased it. The first thing I want you to do, it's gonna be on by default, but I just want you to verify this. Go to Edit, Plugins, and type Tempest Inventory Systems. You should see this checked in. If it's not, make sure to check it, and you'll see a restart button on the bottom right, so make sure you restart after that. Once you have this one done, the next most important thing to do, and please do not skip this under any circumstance, go to Edit, Editor Preferences, and you will see, if you type end, you'll see stop simulation, or is it stop simulation, sorry. You'll see a stop here under play word, PIE. It will be set to escape button. Now make sure you change the escape to anything else. In my case, I put it on end. The reason being is the escape button will open the inventory, equipment, and status for you. So if you have it on escape, it will automatically end the session, so you can't see what's going on. So change this one to end, and then follow along. After this, if you play, you're gonna see yourself here. You're gonna see a HP bar on the top right, and the quick slots on the bottom left. Sorry, not top right, top left, and the quick slots on the bottom left. If you click escape now, it doesn't end the playing, instead it opens these menus for you. And that's exactly where I want you to start from. So this is the equipment, inventory, and status. To make sure these all run, just double check everything opens. Escape goes back as well, make sure you follow these along. Of course, if you see only half of it, expand it, or just make it full screen by using F11. That's also an option for you. Now we're gonna go back and I'm gonna start with inventory. Now the inventory has a few categories, and the way these categories are functioning is related to the items and the way you wanna set things up. So the first thing I wanna start with is these pickups. Now if you go pick things up, by the way, if the scene looks a little different, don't worry about it, it's okay. Now if I pick these up, and if you overlap them, you'll pick them up. If you go to escape, you'll see the inventory here. And each of those will display some of the things that are based on the slot itself. I'll show you in a little bit. So let's start with the simplest things, health potion. So how do I make an inventory item? How do I link it to a specific category? This is how we're gonna cover in this video. So let me stop playing and we go to a pickup. Now in the pickups there's a variable here if you put it, and it's gonna tell you which item you're gonna pick up. So write this one on the beginning. You'll find the health potion. Now if I go to it, and there's also a bunch of them, if I open this up, you will see that's the standard inventory items: texture, name, description, rarity, tire, and category. Now category is important here. The reason being the category will be related to how they are displayed on the categories. There's also something similar here on the special properties, but I'll come to it. Right now we're gonna focus on this one, but let me just explain the rest first. Item weight, max item count per slot, and the max slot. Now in item weight, if you don't care about weight, just keep it at 0. There's nothing for you to care about there, so standard 0 is good. Max item count per slot, and that's how much each slot will contain. Say for example you have an inventory item that takes only one item, but you can have 3 slots of it at the same time. This is where this plays a role. So in the case of health potion, I can have 30 for one slot, and the max slot I can have is 1. So I can only have one slot at any given time where I have a health potion, and they can stack 30 potions. That's basically how it works. Item gameplay container, I'm not using it, so you guys can use it for whatever functionality you want to use. So you can easily access the gameplay container of a specific item if you want to add some functionality to some of those items. Item special properties, this is where all the magic happens. Things specifically made for this specific item can be here. So say for example, equipable category property. Let me start from the bottom. You will see here a bunch of equipment categories, equipment item 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. Now, the way this works, just to give you an example, if I pick this up and I go to equipment, these slots have specific names. Now, let me show you these names pretty quickly. Equipment panel. Now, if you see here, there are quick item 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the right, they have an assigned slot. And this is how you can change the way some things work. So this is item 1, equipment slot, 2 until 5. And the same exact ones are actually in the health potion. That means I can assign a health potion to these slots. So if I pick this up, go to equipment, I can already see health potion here. And I can see it here, and I can see it here. If I take one of them off from the item, it will not show on 1, for example. If I took 1 out, so if I go here to equipment and click on 1, I don't see it. You click on 2, you can see it. So this is how you change the equipment slot for it. That was just a quick example. It's not nothing to focus on for now. We have item categories text. The item effects is what you see on the thing if you hover over it. So if you go to it, inventory, and you'll see here on the right, I can't move my mouse because it will take it off. The item effect, it says restores HP. This is how it is linked to it. So it will be the ones that you will display. Item details category, it will be the attribute scaling. So if you remember now, if you roll back a little bit the video, you'll see a bunch of categories you have seen. One of them was the item effect, some of them were the tools, the attribute scaling, and the item effect it has. These can change based on what you have. There is more to it in the sword. It has much bigger categories and much bigger, it also has effects on attributes and so on. So that's the health potion. The way the categories were working, and that's how we diverged from that topic. So we have the inventory. Let me go to UI first. Inventory, and let's take inventory panel. And from the inventory panel, if you click on the switcher, on the right side, you'll see an array of categories. And these array of categories, if you open their indexes, you'll see them with icons and some names as well as a gameplay tag. Now, the first one would be all with categories, and the second one will be tools, the third one will be armament. The other two are empty. I'm just leaving it for your own imagination. If you don't like it, just simply remove it. The way this is related, if you see here item category.tools, if you go to the health potion, it's the exact same category. So the categories of the item will be the ones that are displayed in the inventory itself. So remember we have 5. Now if I pick a bunch of them here, I open the inventory, you will see the first one was all items with category, so that's everything. The second one was the tools, and that's where I assigned the health potion. The third one were the weapons and so on. So you can change it per item based on the category of the item itself. And that would cover at least this video. It's a quick overview of how things are. In the next one, I'll explain more things in detail, so make sure to watch it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.